a 10-day review for gun purchases. Colorado Democrat Mike Thompson says this is to make sure
criminals or people who are a danger to themselves or others don't fall through the cracks and are able to get firearms without first passing the background check.
The measures face a tough fight in the Senate. A lawyer for New York Governor Andrew Cuomo says after a woman staffed her who alleged he groped her declined to press charges, she went to the police. At least 121 state legislators, including 59 Democrats, are demanding Cuomo's resignation. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio agrees.
It is absolutely unacceptable. It is disgusting to me. And he can no longer serve as governor.
A charge of third-degree murder has been added against former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin in the death of George Floyd. Chauvin already faces second-degree murder and manslaughter charges. This is AP News.
Ad sponsored by Open Jar Concepts. Attention, this is an important message for anyone that has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers. The Internal Agency for Research on Cancer warned that overexposure to Roundup and other weed killers may increase the risk of developing non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Monsanto, the manufacturer of Roundup, may have known that Roundup and other weed killers were likely linked to organ damage and cancer. This information was hidden from the public as proprietary trade secret since 1981, and Monsanto may have failed to warn of the potential risk of cancer. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup...
La temporada deportiva está aquí en Classic Hits KWMC Facebook Live. Escúchenos y vea los emocionantes partidos de Rams Baseball. El rey de los deportes en KWMC Classic Hits Facebook Live, cubriendo los juegos de béisbol.
Que hay una parte baja de la primera entrada, viene el lanzamiento para home y es bola la primera.
De los Rams de la High School de Del Río, vívelos.
At this time, Classic Hits KWMC 1490 presents The Huddle, the show where we debate local, collegiate, and professional sports. We invite you to call us at the studio at 830-775-3544 or 775-3591, or drop a comment on our live Facebook stream to express your views and opinions on our topics on The Huddle. So now, ready? Break.
Right. It is huddle time. Ready, break. Let's go at it. Let's go at it. As you guys see, I'm going to have a full crowd here with me this evening, and welcome to the huddle. You see my good compadres in crime. I never commit a crime unless I'm doing it with these guys here, Daniel and Rob. Like I said, yes, definitely. I'm going to, really quick, like I said, we have a great, fantastic show lined up for you guys. But just like we promised in that intro, we are going to have our Del Rio Rams baseball coach, Coach Mendez. I'm gonna see if he'll answer my phone call. But is that one say display? I can't see from this far away now. There you go. Let's see if he answers. I told him he'll be 6. Si no me contesta, pues hey, we tried, right, guys?
That's right.
That's the way we got to say it. I would say that's him, no? That'll be him.
Hello.
Good evening, Coach. How we doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, Coach. We're here. We're like I said on the huddle, Del Rio's first and only sports program dedicated to all types of sports, and we're welcoming you onto the huddle, getting everybody ready for Rams baseball as we get to start about a week away. My first question there to you, Coach, is I know you guys have played games. We're about to start district play at home on Thursday, correct?
On Friday.
On Friday, yes. On Friday, yes. I know you guys have
We start district play on Tuesday of next week, and then we play Friday at home against United.
All right. That's what we like to see. Roosevelt lights lit it up. Obviously, we welcomed our Queen softball last week, so by all means, we are glad to see that type of action. But Coach, you guys are not in game one. You guys have done a couple of tournaments. How are our Rams looking, if you could let everybody know on the huddle right now?
Well, the Rams are looking up. One thing that we are having to overcome is the late start, but we're not putting any excuses out there. We are trying to get everybody on the same page as fast as we can. We are pretty pretty much on the same schedules as everybody in our district, though. We had some weeks that we were on a kind of a freeze, kind of a not so much a suspension because it wasn't a negative thing. It was very much a cautionary delay in our start to our season. So right now, I'd say that we're looking good. The kids are coming into shape. It is still trying to find rhythm, especially learning new things on offense. And then we do have a few new starters this year.
And like I said, with new starters and obviously CDC guidelines and COVID protocol being up in the foremost, for your kids' safety, the student safety. What do you think has been one thing that you think the team has improved from the start of practice that they okayed it to where you're at now? I think you're just finishing up practices already right now. What is one thing you think the boys improved in?
One thing that we have improved in a whole lot is the overall team unity, and that is having to do with understanding of what's expected of them. It's a crazy deal that we're in. We were not allowed to have a sub-varsity, which is again a safety precaution that we completely understand that our school district decided on. And we only invited a certain amount of kids. We invited every kid for a specific reason or for many reasons, but they also had to learn their roles. We have many kids that should be on the JV. They should be starters right now on the JV level. Infielders, outfielders. We have kids that should have already thrown a bunch of innings if we were playing the JV season. So right now, our big thing is coming together as an understanding group, knowing that we do have starters and we have a bunch of backups. We have a lot of role players. We have some kids that are playing huge roles for us on the bases. They're having to run for our catchers, for our pitchers. We've had a couple of sophomores come in and pitch early this season, put them in a little bit of hot water, but they've done great. They've really responded. It hasn't blown their mind. They were nervous, of course, because it was their first time on varsity, but they have stepped up and really shown that the future is bright for those kids. So like I said, the thing that we've improved on is the overall unity and understanding of where we are going as a program and where their expectations are and what those kids need to do in order for us to be successful.
And I mean, I know all this is fairly new, not only to yourself as a coach for baseball, to all coaches around the world, and especially here in the United States.
Yes.
What do you think was one of your most challenging parts of this to once you got it going?
Well, the very most challenging part was picking the group. It really was, because we're used to having about 60 kids out, 20 for freshmen or more, 20 for JV or more, and then usually we sit around 18 to 20 for varsity. So having to make that cut or those choices was the most difficult part. But overall, it's getting the kids to understand that it's like right now. We didn't have any scrimmages. We cutting one because of precaution, and then we ended up in a snow week, so we didn't have any scrimmages. It was just like ball games. Let's go.
Let's go. No, I mean,
so we started off with CC win. We ended up with right. Yes, it was real abrupt. It was getting the kids to understand that there's no warm up here. So we're warming up and we're kind of getting into the flow of things during games. There's no, there was no 5 scrimmages or 15 practices, because really we should have ended up with about 15 practices before we had our first scrimmage. We didn't get any of those things. So anyway, our kids are really having to adjust right now, understand that all the games count, but here when we start on Tuesday, that's district season, and that's when they really count, and everything is important from here on out.
Coach, as we're getting ready to start on Friday broadcasting the Rams, and we got to see our Queens last week, what is one thing all our audience is going to be seeing that you think, they're just going to be like, man, these boys put in that work?
We're working really, really hard on defense. Hitting is the most difficult part of the game. Good pitching is going to be good hitting pretty much any time, and that's just from the bottom all the way up. If you have a kid that is a hard thrower, he pounds the strike zone, something like that, then the hitting's going to be tough go. But we're going to play stellar defense. We're going to play understanding offensive baseball. We're going to put our kids in the best chance to score runs and stuff like that. So I think that they're going to see. I think that our fans are going to see a complete effort. Our bench is going to get used. We're going to have subs in there all the time. I know that some parents are waiting for their kid to play, but sometimes it's a big run.
Yeah,
we might put a kid on third base to pinch run for a guy that doesn't run very well, and he might score the goal hit run. He might score the tying run. He might even come up and score the winning run. We just don't know, but we try to teach our kids that that's how important they are. They're all important. They all have specific roles, and really that is really what we're trying to push on them, because it is such an odd season. I know that the JV kids, they're behind as far as playing time, but their experiences are going to pay off. We have a group of seniors they're the leaders of the team. They're going to graduate. The younger kids that we do have up, the new varsity kids that are here with us, they're going to be starters next year, and they're going to jump right in, and they're going to be productive, and it's going to be great.
Coach, by all means, that is what I like to hear. Get everybody pumped up for Friday. We will be there broadcasting live Rams baseball. By all means, I know I am a football lover, but I mean, I'm a baseball fan at heart. All of us Cubbies here, as I see there, everybody getting a little glimpse of the boys that are getting ready. Coach, probably whenever you go back and look at the stream, I'd like to thank you for the jersey that you gave us there. It's hanged up there with the collection of other Rams and Queens jersey. Thank you, Coach Mendez. And we are looking forward to Rams baseball this coming up next Friday, and we'll be there.
Next Friday. Right. Well, I appreciate it. We appreciate all the support. The kids are out here. They work really, really hard. It's odd for everybody, with Babe Ruth and Little League and all that being stopped. It just feels like the kids are starved for it. They're happy to do it. I wish we had more kids involved. I really do. I wish we had our freshmen and JVs up and running. I hope that Babe Ruth gets back soon, and I hope that Little League gets going, and baseball in Del Rio just kind of gets back to where it's supposed to be.
You hit it right where it's supposed to be there, Coach Mendez. I'm just glad to have those lights at Roosevelt light up. There was a lot of uncertainty, but those lights to light up,
sir.
And the students, athletes out there.
Right. Well, I don't want to interrupt you, but we're reading on ESPN, and this is it's not Del Rio, but there's basketball teams in the NCAA that are getting sent home because of COVID. So my coaching staff and myself, we were talking about it and just saying that, of course, we're not out of the woods yet, and we tell our kids every day that we have to be as vigilant as possible, and they have to be careful with what they're doing, because any little issues can spike up at any time, and we're blessed to be able to play. We're blessed to be out here practicing, and be able to finish our season. We're really looking.
Yes, Coach. It seems like I'm getting a little poor connection there from your Wi-Fi or the internet service. I know at the stadium's kind of, but Coach, I'm gonna follow up with you next week, see how we can get going. Maybe a little interview with the boys to get them ready. That's fine. Coach, greatly appreciate your call, taking our call this afternoon.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support.
Yes, thank you, Coach. And like I said, that is our coach of our Rams. I'm excited. One of the guys here, Mr. Ranchwater, we call him Ranchwater, Raul Sanchez from Sanchez Roofing Service. Oh, well, I mean, it's just not that bad. He can hear us anyway.
Yeah, I can hear
Raul, you're one of our great sponsors of Rams baseball, an avid baseball fan too. Your boys love baseball.
Yeah.
To have at least Del Rio Rams baseball, what does that have to say to you?
Showing a little light, right? Showing that we're getting back to a little bit of
we're getting there.
Life, yeah.
And as Coach said, to have his hardest thing was the cutting of you can't have a JV team,
right?
Just straight varsity. As a parent, if your son doesn't make it, you're like, man, really? But it's just, that's what it is this time. Yeah. It's a one thing. I know all of us here in this room are probably wanting Little League to start up.
Oh, yeah, we're chomping at the bit for it.
We're waiting. We're like, hey, ¿qué onda, Pat? I mean, ya se acabó the snowstorm. We're not, like I said, we're not out of COVID yet, but, that our kids need to get out there. But, Raul, first and foremost, thank you for joining us this evening. We're talking with the Huddle crew. There's not one other man that loves sports as much as Daniel and Rob and myself as you. Whenever the Spurs win or lose, you still post.
Yeah.
That's why you're here. And like I said, we that's what we love, Mr. Raul Sanchez Roofing Services. Really quick, Raul, if people want to get the roofing done the right way, not I'm going to say it the half burro way, because I can't say the A word, but the half burro word. What is the number they can call you at?
830-734-8705.
Ahora sí, that is the man who made roofing great. Took Del Rio by the storm. Remember, vote for him for best roofer out there.
Yeah.
And another radio station, but I got to throw that out there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he does
They got,
deserve that.
they got a little voting going
Yeah.
on, so
Do they do?
maybe we'll take it again.
There you go, 2-time, back to back, right? Real quick, I'm going to start with Rob. Bien calladito allá, Rob. The first, and as we talked about, is the Spurs. Hijo, I know not your team, but you're in Texas, man. You're in Del Rio. Tell me, how do you think
the Spurs have a special place in Rob's heart because Kobe respected him. So
Yes.
it just seems like the guys that respected Kobe kind of respect the Spurs too.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
So somewhat?
Well, he said they could have won more championships if it wasn't for the Spurs. So that's a little bit of, respect there. Yeah. He always talks really good about them. So
What do you think as far as LA leaving? Rob,
I hope LA goes to LA.
you know, no gano. No gano. Why LA? Just so he can win? Just so he can win?
No, it's because they need another big, man. Anthony Davis is hurt. Marc Gasol's not Marc Gasol.
yeah.
LaMarcus is not LaMarcus either, but I think he's better than Marc Gasol right now.
Oh, God. You know what? Deep in my mind,
It would
whenever I
work.
look-
I think it would work right now that AD's not there.
Yeah.
But when AD comes back, I don't know how that would work. And then also, like, what do we get?
Yeah, what are we going to get?
Yeah, so.
We need that. We need that cheddar chain.
I mean, what's he worth? Like a 5th-round pick, which they don't do 5th-round picks in basketball.
I don't even think that
I don't think they even got anything to give.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what they have to
Yeah,
give.
they don't got nothing to
I mean,
give.
we got to get something.
They were talking about trading Mark over, but why would you trade
That'd be the
LA for
same
Mark?
position,
It's
yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah. Now, do you think that is going to help the morale? And I'm going to ask both Raul and Daniel that same question. Rob, do you think that's going to help them a little bit move forward and maybe make a push after All-Star break to make it in the playoffs?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. If you look at the way LaMarcus plays, he's too slow. The Spurs are young. They're always up and down. LaMarcus doesn't fit that.
Not no more.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
not
I think
him.
it's a good move. Plus, it's going to save them money.
Okay. What big or who do you think will be a viable person that we would like to say that would fit in well to what Pop is trying to do right now? Rob. I'm still with Rob. I'm going to get him to talk today. Come on, Rob.
I said it last time, man. It's Kawhi.
Oh. He's not coming, dude. Ese ni lo quiero. Yo no lo quiero.
Daniel's going to say Damian Lillard, but
Dollar Dame? I don't know, Raul.
I don't know. It wouldn't work, like, trade-wise. But
Yeah.
I would love to see Dollar Dame in San Antonio.
Yeah, but you think he's gonna want to come to SA? Come on.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, why not?
I know why not, but you know how we're not a show state
Yeah. I just think it's just like the young players that we have right now.
as far as just
Just the up-tempo play that
they're playing right
with
now.
You know,
Yes, I understand.
But
So-
that's just for me talking about as a fan of his. I would like to see him with another team. Period. I want to see him out of Portland. But
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it'd be awesome if he'd come to San Antonio. But I don't think that would work. I mean,
viably, who do you think, other than Dollar Dame, that you think that you would?
well, I mean, to be honest, I haven't really seen who's up there. Who the options are to trade for or whatever. But for a big man, it's kind of hard right now because the league's not really a big man league anymore.
not.
So
Is not no more.
yeah, I mean, there's some good big guys out there, but they're all spoken for. They're under contract or whatever. So even then, I don't know. Maybe you trade for some picks for next year, or because we got a few veterans still. You don't want to trade for something. You don't want to swap out for the same thing you have.
Oh
so.
yeah, definitely. By all means, you're getting rid of and don't hate me if I'm gonna say Aldridge is slow, but
He's just
yeah.
a different player for a different system.
Yeah, different
It's a different
Different
age
time.
now.
If he was playing in the 90s,
Yeah.
all-star all day long.
Oh yeah,
Half court offense, he can shoot mid-range, but that's just not the way the game's played today.
it's not. People are shooting from the opposite side of the court, threes. Look at that All-Star game. Raul, are you happy LA left?
He's not gone yet.
No,
Well,
he's not playing anymore.
Yeah, he's not playing anymore.
But come
But
on,
he hasn't moved. He's still in San Antonio.
Yeah, like they were saying, he doesn't fit. I think he kind of feels out of place. He looks out of place. Some of these kids, Lonnie Walker, DJ,
Murray,
these
yeah.
boys, they're up and down, quick. And if you watch, these guys are all the way down the court, and he's just crossing half court. You know, so he's you know,
Yeah,
maybe
he's just
age is taking its toll. You know, but-
Injuries, probably.
So,
Injuries.
but you know, the reason or part of the reason that he left there was because when Duncan was gone, then the team was up to either L.A. or Kawhi.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Kawhi, he's not a confrontational person, and L.A. is a little bit more aggressive. I felt like he felt like they were trying to pass it off to L.A. So he's like, okay, I'm gone. You know, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we were talking about that last time.
You know,
Yeah,
so,
it was
so
like-
he was gone. But man, I would love to see Kawhi come back. Kawhi he fits in the Spurs system
Right
you
now,
know?
yes.
Yeah, he's not.
Pero pues,
Yeah, the money thing is, you know, but
it's his city right now. Clips are his team.
he doesn't have anybody where he's at right now that actually complements his strengths. I think Pop really knew how to use him, you know, different situations that made him stand out that way. I mean, he's a great player, but how far is he going to get with those guys? You know,
What?
I don't think they're going to get past, you know, the Lakers. The Clippers are never going to be better than the Lakers. I don't think.
Put yourself in R.C. Buford, changing hats from Sanchez Roofing Service owner to GM of the Spurs. What are you willing to give up to get your Kawhi?
Man, I think everybody would be after. I don't think I would give anybody up, man. Really. I mean,
Picks?
They're not, you know, picks unless it's picks. But I mean, you'd give up LA, but you know, LA's not gonna bring Kawhi back.
No.
You know? So I mean, they would be wanting to take Murray or Lonnie, you know, or Keldon. You know what I mean? Those kids are the future of the Spurs. You can already see what
Yeah.
they've got going. You don't want to trade that away and bring somebody back that, you know.
So then what is, I mean, our only giving thing is either picks, LA,
Or money.
and money.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, to be honest, any team wanting, like, for Kawhi, I could reasonably tell you, I don't think he'll come back.
No,
I don't
not at
think,
all.
I don't think the Clippers will be like, that's not enough,
Yeah.
enough trade-off into what we're gonna get.
And I don't think that some of these players don't like the way that the culture in San Antonio, you know, it's so selfless. They're used to being superstars. They're superstars for a reason, right? All the tension's on them. When they come there, you know, when they get to San Antonio, they're like, the team comes first, and then you.
Yeah.
So they take a back seat to that. And some of these guys, it hurts them, you know. So they, you know, no all-star wants to come to San Antonio and play here because of the way the culture is in San Antonio.
And I think that's where we're gonna struggle ultimately because of that. Rob, you're a very knowledgeable man when it comes to everything there. What are you willing to give up? I know you're a Laker guy, but what are you willing to give up? Put yourself in R.C. Buford's. You're not one of Del Rio's number one number one barbers shop here in Del Rio. You're now R.C. Buford. What would you do?
So we were talking about the shop the other day, and I said like a reasonable trade. I would go Brandon Ingram and Steven Adams for DeRozan and LaMarcus.
Whoa.
I don't know if they'll let DeRozan go, man. And
You look who you're getting back.
Yeah. Yeah. But when was the last time the Spurs actually made a trade for a big name? LaMarcus?
Yeah,
That was it.
You know?
I mean, but Brandon Ingram's not really a big
He's
name.
an up and coming
Yeah.
kid. He's good.
Yeah, he's
though.
good.
Yeah.
Something like that, just because Brandon Ingram's a young player.
Yeah.
I think he would fit perfect with
With the fast pace.
Murray
Yeah.
and White.
Yeah.
Solid. That is a solid.
And then at the same time, they get another big man in return.
Yeah.
You know, and they're doing great, right? But it's just they're in the fourth quarter where they show their inexperience, I think, and it
inexperience.
gets, because they start to hurry real quick, and I think even as experienced as DeRozan is, it kind of throws him off a little bit, you know, to see these.
Yeah, he's ball dominant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, and going off of ball dominant there, Daniel, and you bring Dollar Dame, that dude's ball dominant.
Yes. But
Yeah.
I think because he has to be right now.
Yeah, because in Portland, there's nothing else.
There's
that
nothing.
He
I
can do.
mean, he's the guy there. You know what I mean?
So, you seems like you're hinting towards there.
Oh, but I'm saying I would like to see him play, but I don't know how that would work. Like, what would you give? It can't be like a straight up trade. Portland wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? So
Who would you ultimately? That is to say you are okay. Say you
it'd
will
have to
get.
be, I think you'd have to bring like another team in to get some kind of trade.
Say you another like a three-way tie team or a
A three-trade team where
something.
Portland would get something, San Antonio, and then another team. You know.
Man,
I don't know if LA would want to go back to Portland. I mean, even though he started there, I don't know if he will go back to Portland.
Yeah, I don't think he'll go back to Portland. But I mean, Dollar Dame will fit well, but it's just we don't have. We want something.
Well, like,
pero
because
no podemos. Todavía no nos llega el stimulus a los Spurs.
even
Todavía no les llega.
having DeRozan's always been like that dude's mid range is killer, you know. But when it comes to like closing out games, we can't close out games.
Yeah.
And the ones that are up, I think this year is Patty Mills, LaMarcus Aldridge, it's Rudy Gay, DeMar DeRozan, and Trey Lyles. All those guys.
All old guys, man.
Yeah, you see, so I really wouldn't want to see Patty go.
No,
I'd like to see him. You know,
when he needs to turn up for 3 minutes to be out there to give somebody a break, he's there.
And I think these younger kids, you know, feed off of that too. You know, so I think it helps the team. Everybody else, I think I would be willing to let go for. They all got a price on them, you know, except for Patty. I don't think you could put a price on Patty.
Our brother there, Mr. Michael Andrade.
Patty's got a 10-year contract with Taco Cabana. He ain't going nowhere.
He's enjoying them freaking takeout margaritas. That's what he is. But look, okay. What Michael Andrade is saying, trade Patty Mills, Aldridge, a first-round draft pick for Oladipo, and then re-sign him for a long-term deal. Oladipo.
I don't think it would work, man. He didn't want to sign in Houston. He wouldn't want to sign in Houston? Why would he sign in San Antonio?
Yeah.
Well, because Houston didn't. Other than Harden, who else did they have?
To be honest with you, I don't think he even cares about winning. He's never won in his life. Oladipo. I mean, so wouldn't you think he wants the money?
And he's been injured too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of rough to like bring all that guy in to give up all that. You know.
To give up.
He's a solid player. I don't give him that, but like Rob said, he hasn't had much team success for himself, and then he's been hurt, man. So you can't give something all that up for that guy, you know.
That's the biggest thing, though, man. Is we have look who he put up Patty Mills, Aldridge, in a first-round draft pick, and then Raul just mentioned out all our veterans that if we would get somewhere, would be that experience that we need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rudy Gay, playoff time. You know you could count on him for a crucial block, a crucial blocking right there. That one foul that'll take that hit. You know what I mean? You have those, and I don't know, man. To give up a veteran. I mean, I know the Spurs are not.
And DeRozan is great. You know, I mean, and he shows it every night and puts up. You know, I think he's averaging like really close to 28 points a game.
DeRozan's what? DeRozan's what?
He's okay.
Oh.
He's okay first through the third quarter, right? He'll put up 26, 28 points. But in the fourth quarter, when it counts, you know,
he struggles to close.
Yeah, he struggles. Okay, and that's not only games. That's through the entire season. Playoff time comes around, crunch time comes, and he struggles.
Yeah.
Mr. Raul, I remember seeing on Facebook when y'all first got DeRozan.
I didn't want him.
You're like,
I didn't want him either.
Like, trade him.
Trade him. Yeah. I mean.
Do you still feel that way?
No. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Yeah. Because for the same reason, you know, he can't close. He can't close out a game.
That's where you get a player like Dollar Dame time, baby. Come in and close some games out for you.
So if you remember, not too long ago, I mean, DeRozan was out for 3 games, right? 2-3 games, and these younger kids stepped up. They will step up if they're allowed the opportunity. You know what I mean?
Opportunity to perform.
Yeah, you know, Lonnie comes in, you know, hot, and this dude's, you know, back and forth. I mean, Keldon Johnson, how good is that kid? I mean, he steps up.
Yeah. He's been doing good.
You know?
But I think ultimately it's going to be tough for Aldridge because, like, which team do you see that really, LA's on the block? Like,
yeah.
I mean, for what? You're not going to build something around him.
It's not a big man's game anymore.
Yeah, so, and most of the teams are in the same situation.
He would be a good filler.
So it's something like Rob says, LA would help LA because he's just going to go, he's a supplement.
Yeah.
He's just supplementing something. But for you to get rid of some stuff,
you can't build around him.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. So he put himself in a situation where, you know, that's why you see Blake Griffin going to the Nets. All these guys are trying to compete for championships this year.
This is their year.
So you know, I mean, where does he go?
He's gonna go to
Milwaukee's got the Greek Freak. They got a big man. The Sixers got Embiid. You know, so where else does he go? The Mavericks got the Unicorn. You know, I mean, all these teams got big men. Denver Nuggets got the Joker. You know, so where does he go to do what? And who are you going to give up for that?
Yeah, he needs to know how to come off the bench. He's already talking about he doesn't want to come off the bench.
And that's what I'm saying. Which team is going to give him that? You know, I mean, I don't know. I don't see any team, young team that's going to be like, oh, we'll give the Spurs, our up and coming players for LA.
Yeah, for somebody that's already on his way out.
Yeah, I don't see it, but we'll see where he ends up.
I'm gonna throw a name out there to you three guys. What about Zach LaVine?
But see, why would the Bulls give up their best player for LaMarcus?
For a first-round draft pick, though.
If the Spurs got one?
If they got
maybe.
one?
But
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the only guy you got.
Yeah, but I don't know. I forgot to print out his stats.
I understand where you're coming from. You're looking at it from the Spurs view, but look at it from the Chicago view.
Yeah, what are they going to return?
Yeah,
I wouldn't give, if I was Chicago, I'm not giving up Zach LaVine for LA.
But
he's the first guy made the All-Star.
Maybe two of the young up-and-coming kids from the Spurs.
If they would say...
No, what about if just hypothetically, it would be an LA and DeRozan to Chicago.
Well, they've already proved what the LA and DeRozan can do in San Antonio, so that's not going to fly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
LA DeRozan, free nachos anytime you're in San Antonio from Taco Cabana. And some money.
And free coffee, right?
And free coffee and free coffee from...
We get Zach.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, he could definitely run with the Spurs because he's a younger... No, he's not young. He's been in the league, but he's a shooting guard. He moves. He can keep up.
He got the height. He got the jump, the agility to make it up there.
I was telling Rob, the one guy that I would say that's a bigger guy that hasn't had any success, that's pretty talented, is in Orlando. He's hurt, though, but Eric Gordon hasn't had any kind of success with that team. Maybe he would want to move, but why would Orlando trade for LA? They're kind of in a situation. He's a younger guy that's athletic that can probably come in and complement the Spurs young guys, but it wouldn't work. Like, what would you get for, the get and give isn't there.
And we're so close to building a better team because these kids are still getting experience.
We're just there.
We're just
getting there.
Add some little pieces to the puzzle. I mean, because even the way they are now, they're still sitting at 7th place, They're in 7th with last year. They were, bouncing from 10 to 8 to 10
in the
back
bubble,
and forth, and then when it really came down to it, they fell out. But I mean, you just can't be losing the games. They looked a little rough yesterday.
I think LA put himself in a tough situation. To be honest, I think he should have just played out the season.
He should have.
For himself.
It doesn't look good, until the team's like, oh, when he's ready to go, he's just going to quit on you.
Yeah.
That's kind of the same thing Kawhi did.
Yeah.
Same thing.
That's why I wouldn't want that dude back.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't want him back. Oye, no quiere estar en mi casa. No quiere estar cuando está difícil, como se dice la cosa.
Pónsela.
Chipi, váyase. Váyase, muchas muy gracias, váyase. Y no regrese. But, I mean, really, that's what, I don't know. I like the way Zach LaVine's playing. I mean, I know it'll be hard to get him. I believe he would fit in, and I think
anybody who trades for this guy, there's going to be more than one team involved. There's going to be like
a three-team
deal,
trade.
maybe even 4 teams, and someone's going to switch something around because it's hard, like I said, for a straight up.
I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of trading.
Yeah.
I don't think.
No. And to be honest with you, I don't think they get anything. I think they just get draft picks.
The Spurs?
I don't think the Spurs.
I think the Spurs would be fine though with draft picks because they draft well.
Yeah,
but
that's why.
Yeah, I mean.
We're getting another European.
But who's got the draft picks?
That's
that's
true.
That
I do have to agree with you there.
And they've got some good kids in the G League.
Oh yeah, they made the playoffs already, right? The Austin Spurs clinched it, right?
Luka comes up from the G League.
Yeah.
And he's been, he played well.
Yeah, I mean it's there. I think I have to agree with you guys. It's going to be tough. I do have to agree that LA put himself in a very bad spot.
Yeah.
Very bad spot. And I want to touch one thing on before we move on. I want to touch about something about NBA before we move on to Daniel's favorite segment. We all know what that's going to be. I'm not looking forward to it, but whatever. Okay. I'm going to start once again with Rob. Rob has made pretty knowledgeable answers and recommendations. We all saw the All-Star game. I saw it, the 3-point contest, to the slam dunk contest, to the actual game. By far, one of the worst ones. I don't know what you think about it. What do you think of the All-Star game?
The actual game itself?
Yeah.
Or the 3-point
the whole fiasco, from the 3-point league challenge to the whole celebration as a whole.
Well, I thought the 3-point contest was okay, and same thing with the dunk contest. It was all right.
In what world was the dunk contest okay?
Is it all right?
Okay, in what world is it all right?
I mean, it was cool, man, because they speeded it up at the end. They didn't have the scores at the end. They just picked names because the scores was kind of dumb last year because of D-Wade. And the All-Star game, they're just terrible period.
Yeah,
They don't play to the last 2 minutes.
at all.
Yeah.
In your perspective, would you get rid of the All-Star game and just stick to like a rising stars, 3-point skills, and then a dunk contest, and do away with the game itself?
Yeah, man, because if I'm sure Daniel knows, King James barely, I don't even think he played.
He didn't play third or fourth quarter.
So, I mean, King James don't want to play. Why have it? Right, Daniel?
There was a lot of vocal players not
I
against
could
it.
care less about King James, but
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Well, what do you think? In what aspect do you think?
I think that whole
To bring it back to when we used, remember that one All-Star game in Alamo Dome?
yeah.
To bring that electricity back again.
Or you're never gonna have another Michael Jordan. So
Well, I know.
unless he's involved in that kind of competition, there's just guys like that don't care if it's an All-Star game and they're gonna go hard. Kobe did the same thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys, you're not gonna find those guys. You know, I mean, I think the last one that only took it serious was Russell Westbrook.
You can get guys that are more serious about a game if you go down to the fort.
Yeah.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, it's hard because like I kind of like a little bit of what they do with the quarters and the donations and stuff, but that doesn't help the competition aspect of the game.
You want to see the
You want
best
to
of the
see
best.
the West versus the East and the top players go at it and have at least one or two guys who are out there like, okay, we really want to win this game, and then everybody kind of just falls into it even if they don't want to. I mean, it's hard though. But I honestly think like the dunk contest in a few years is going to be obsolete, man. It's going to be more like the 3-point shooting contest.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be like the top, you know,
And
because it's hard. Like these guys aren't rating the dunks
anymore.
the way they're supposed to, because it's not really a big part of the game like it used to be.
Yeah, before you throw a tomahawk jam and
Yeah,
you play NBA jam.
And I've always
dude, that was
disliked
the
that
thing.
there's no names in the dunk contest. There's no big names in there. You know, like all-star guys that are known for dunking. No one wants to compete.
Yeah, no one does. No one does. And
I was glad to see Steph Curry though in the 3-point contest.
I'm gonna tell you this, okay? And I hope everybody out there don't judge me, or you guys throw it back in my face later.
Go ahead.
I was.
Waiting.
Yeah, I knew it. I was so unattracted to that game, or the whole the three things that went on that Sunday, that I'd rather watch the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle thing over with Oprah Winfrey than watch that. That's how I mean, think about it. I have yet to get over, and you could ask Esteban, ask Sully. It could be maybe once a month, or maybe, I don't know, one day I'll just put it up YouTube on the TV, and I'm watching Zach Levine and Aaron Gordon go at it again.
Right.
You know? To have that intensity where they're like, that's a 50, that's a 50. You know what I mean? Now you're like, you know, where they used to, the Oladipo, he did the Black Panther dunk that one time. You know what I mean? To bring that back, that showmanship back. I mean, where was that this one? That's when he said it was all right. De donde?
Dude, that kid was 6'2", 6'3". His handle was almost the top of the backboard.
I think the
one where he almost kissed the rim.
Okay, that one.
He should have kissed the rim.
Yeah, he should have kissed it. But the very first, the Pacers kid.
Okay, yeah.
That was a clean and dunk, man. Like I don't know Dominique gave him an 8 or something. I'm like, that was the best dunk I thought of that first round. I don't know. It just looked easy though, like he did it, but he was up there.
Raul,
it was weak though, like compared to other. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, Raul, what would you do?
I don't like the All-Star weekend.
At all?
I don't watch it. No, it's a joke.
Not even to the 3-point contest, to the...
I saw the highlights of the 3-point contest, but I didn't even care to look at the highlights of the game because it's not serious.
It's not serious like it used to.
Yeah, it's not serious. I mean, the last time it was serious...
It's not competitive.
Yeah, Kobe was in there, and all the old guys that are already gone. Jordan, all these guys are gone. So the competition went with them.
I mean, you didn't see Steph Curry and Damian Lillard take half-court shots and make them?
At the All-Star game?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
That was impressive.
I mean, it is impressive, but where is the urgency of winning? Okay, I would understand take that shot if you need to win the game with a second left, by all means, and it's a nail-biter, yes. But when they're just pulling up, and when you got Steph Curry doing this, and then he just turns around just to make it seem, come on.
Well, that's another thing is Steph actually does it in the game. When they do stuff like that and they're careless and they don't do it in an actual game, then you can tell they don't care. But Steph Curry actually does it in the game.
He does it in the games.
But I saw that, and my kids are like, I mean, where's the defense? Are you serious? They're like, Bobby, how can they score 170 points?
I mean, but how do you guard somebody that can shoot half-court shots?
Yeah, that's why I don't like when we play Warriors, because that guy can shoot from the other team's free throw.
Yeah.
I mean, from the opposite side of the logo, I think, like, by all means, it was just like I said. Daniel saying I flip flopped. Yes, I flip flopped from channel whatever it was on to the Meghan Markle interview, and I was like, I mean, it is what it is. My wife's like,
I didn't see the interview. Was it intense?
It was intense, dude. I mean, I know we're talking about sports, but by all means, it was bad, dude. It was bad. You tell me, like, if your son does not get to be called a prince and you're a prince, I'm sorry, Papa, but I'm raising hell. I'm raising hell, but I'm not going to raise hell because it's commercial time, guys, before we start getting into too much of that political stuff. I'll see y'all here in a couple seconds with more of The Huddle.
Off-Road Recovery, located at 602 East 15th Street. Where there's no tire too big or too small, we do them all. Anytime, any place, and any size. We're on call 24/7. Off-Road Recovery is also a great place to get wheels and tires. So if your ride is down for the count, call Off-Road Recovery at 830-765-5851. Off-Road Recovery, 602 East 15th Street.
Hey everybody, Raul Rivas here at Brown Nissan of Del Rio. 2021 has arrived, and boy, what a difference does it make, doesn't it? You know, in times of change, whether we're looking at the election, the local community, the COVID numbers, your job status, we always look for comfort and stability. And I'm here to tell you that Brown Nissan of Del Rio is still under the same management, the same vision, the same concept, the same process, the same transparency, best attainable deal, always exhausting resources to get you the best financing, focusing on the best trade-in values, and competing with the San Antonio markets when it comes to new car pricing. Give us a shot. Call us up, 775-0566. Follow us on social media. Just type hashtag Better Call Raul, or come see us in person, right on the price, right on the corner, 2300 Veterans Boulevard.
United Medical Centers is proud to announce the addition of Dr. John Lindsay, MD. Dr. Lindsay practices family medicine and is located at the 913 South Main Street office. For appointments, call 830-774-5534. Dr. Lindsay will be accepting appointments Monday through Friday between the hours of 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Wanting to look your best? Come by the Daniels Barbershop, Del Rio's only traditional barbershop, offering tapered cuts, flat tops, and Del Rio's only true razor fades. We are located at 204 Susie Street, or call us at 830-313-7013 for any info. We also offer Suavecito hair products for that style and hold. So look your best this holiday season with a haircut from Daniels Barbershop. And remember, Del Rio, either wait for the best or settle for the rest.
Ashley Home Store's ultimate event is going on now. Get up to 25% off best-selling styles across the store. Plus, get no interest for 24 months. Shop and save today. Ultimate event is going on now. For a limited time only, save up to $1,000 on select Ashley Sleep, Sealy Posturepedic, and Groove mattresses. Only at America's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Located here in Del Rio at 504 East 10th Street, or give them a call at 830-775-1508. Is that refrigerator, dishwasher, or even washer and dryer giving you problems? Well, there's one place to call, Big Dave's Appliance Repair. Give them a call at 830-719-2234, or stop by 400 East 5th Street here in Del Rio. Big Dave's Appliance Repair also repairs all residential and commercial appliances, and also serving the surrounding cities. Give them a call. So if you have appliance repair needs, there's only one name to call. That is Big Dave's Appliance Repair. As we return back to the huddle, we're going to end our segment right now by ya se acabó. No se crean, no se crean, no se crean. I got to give Daniel this, you know. The moment that was posted, I could guarantee you his chest se le infló así.
It's like that all the time, baby.
Oh, you should have seen the smile on his face.
That's what I'm that's what I'm saying. How was it? You were there. Explain his reaction.
I saw it at night.
I know, but how was his reaction that morning?
He had a mask on. I could still tell he was smiling.
It was coming out from the side.
Le dolía los cachetes de tanta sonrisa que tenía Colgate, Daniel. Oh, hombre, Daniel. Okay, and I'm going to let you... What do you think of your boy, Dak Prescott, getting back and signing that big deal there?
I'm glad they finally got it done. I think it was a little bit too much, the money-wise, but I don't think there was any way around it because the Cowboys put themselves in that situation by not paying him. You know, kept tagging him, so it was either pay him or get rid of him. But it's a lot of money, man. I don't know. We'll see.
A lot of money reminds me of.
I like that. He seems like a good guy. I don't know him personally, of course, but I mean I'm a fan of his. But he's got to come a long ways when it comes to team success. You know, he's had a lot of personal success, stats and stuff like that. But we haven't done anything. I mean, we've had a little success here and there, but not consistently. So we'll see what he does. But it's a lot of money.
On level of excitement, how excited were you?
I just think it kind of dragged on too long, and it was like, okay, I mean, what?
Nah, don't be the politically. Tú dime. Were you like a little kid that just walked into Toys R Us back in the day?
No, I'll be honest, man. I was more excited about the Russell Wilson rumor.
Oh,
I didn't know how that could happen, but I mean that would have been awesome. I'm just glad it's done. But
you just glad it's done.
Yeah, that's just one piece. Now they got to build the line. Find some pieces in the secondary. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do. He's not just going to come in and then, okay, Dak's signed now. He's going to come. No, that's not going to happen. There's a lot of things missing.
Do you think around August or so, I'm sorry, like September, probably there's not going to be a preseason again, more likely. You know.
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's going to be regular.
Okay, so say if it goes regular. No te quiero oír diciendo, that's too much money, man. I don't know why they gave him that much. Look how he's performing.
I'm telling you right now. It's a little much. Money.
Yeah, no, but then underperforming now.
So now the only thing that's going to happen is either he plays out and the Cowboys have success for the next 4 years, and it's like, okay, he's worth it, or that he doesn't play and we overpaid. That's it. There's only two ways to go about it.
Yeah, because you got two. They're building off their money off of two people that they just paid.
I hope that they're smart enough. The Cowboys, sometimes the front office, I don't know what they're thinking, to put some to get him some help as far as protection, not just because they're paying him $160 million because he's been hurt and he's going to be the quarterback for the Cowboys for the next 4 years. We need to revamp that line. And if they don't do that, it's going to be tough for anybody.
There has to,
as long as they don't bring Uncle Rico back.
Híjole. And I just something is forecasting in my head that I don't know. I mean, I know Dak's going to do great, but I just feel that his supporting cast, and I do have to agree with you, they need to focus on protecting the guy.
Yeah.
Because as you guys see, there's him working out. They showed video of him emphasis on his ankle y todo eso, pero I mean, it was bad.
It's like we saw it in the Super Bowl. When you have two key pieces of your offensive line missing and you're the best quarterback in the league, look what happens. I mean, they had him running for dear life the whole game. Yep. And that's Patrick Mahomes.
That was Patrick Mahomes.
And Dak's not even near that dude. So could you imagine if he doesn't have anybody protecting him? You know what I mean? It's just, you got to have an offensive line. You got to give the dude time to make a play.
High potential of him getting hurt again.
And getting hurt. You don't know how he's going to come back from the injury. So that's a big thing for me is the offensive line. Like, we're used to seeing the Cowboys build that offensive line.
Yeah.
There's pieces on defense, too, that need to be, taken care of. So this was fine, whatever, as far as it being over. I think it's a little too much. But, we'll see what happens.
No sé de dónde sacó Jerry Jones ese dinero.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not
sold the yacht.
There's money. Yeah, that's not a problem.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, given the cap that you have to be because of COVID and the money lost and ticket sales and merchandise not being sold. I mean, where he came up with that money, Dios mío. I don't know. I don't know if we're paying
where he's gonna come up with.
I don't know if that's part of the $1.9 trillion stimulus package that Biden just signed, somewhere in there is like
through Dak's little contract.
Dak's contract is in there.
He's probably a few million.
Raul,
That's a lot of money though.
I know football is not too much of there.
I just want to know if I mail him a cap, you think he'll wear it in the garage on his way to the locker room?
Oh, a Dak?
Yeah.
Try it.
Try it. Try it.
Try it.
Hey, tell them I'm just a young entrepreneur with big visions.
Yeah.
And you agree with 100 and something million that they gave you.
Yeah, I agree. You earned every penny. You deserve it. Just wear it, right?
Just wear it. I don't care if it's in our stimulus COVID package that Biden just signed at noon.
Yeah.
But thank you. Can you wear my cap? No, really, in all honesty, you as a businessman, you already have one super overpriced running back. Didn't perform very well.
Yeah.
I mean.
And a defensive end that didn't play well.
Yeah. Yes.
That was paid.
And
a linebacker that was paid that didn't play well.
So you can understand why
there's a few spots that have been paid very well that aren't playing, that didn't produce.
Why they were a little iffy about paying them that money, you know?
But they paid him.
Yeah.
Raul, what have you done that given all the mistakes that you have done in the past? Now you're a Jerry Jones.
I think
CEO.
Jerry's got enough money to make those kind of mistakes, you know? Because what else are you going to do? I mean, he was kind of stuck. I don't think there was anybody else out there, you know, that they could have brought in. And not only that,
they dragged it on.
They
dragged it on way too long, man. Way too long. They should have paid him 2 years ago, man.
Yeah, it would have been a lot cheaper.
It would have been cheaper, and we would have been halfway done with the contract. And now you start looking for the future. But right now, I mean,
you're building off of him now.
You're going to build around him now.
Build around him as he's hurt.
And he got hurt.
But
I think that played into his hands because we all saw what happened to the Cowboys when he got hurt. You know, and whoever thought that he wasn't a big part of that team,
what happened to them?
Realized that real quick.
Refresh me. What happened to the Cowboys?
They went nowhere real fast without Dak. So that played into his hands.
You know what? And then, so he got hurt, 4 games into the season?
The 5th game, I think it was, against New York.
Okay, so they compared Andy Dalton's stats to Dak's stats, 4 games, you know,
in the season.
apiece, and they were almost identical.
What?
Yeah, if you go back and look for that. Yes. I was surprised, you know, but they were almost identical. Dak's first 4 games and Andy Dalton's 4 games in, they were almost identical as far as, you know.
Now, was it that Andy Dalton game year 2 in Cincinnati or Andy Dalton, Cowboy Andy Dalton?
This was Cowboy Andy Dalton.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need
this was the game after Dak got hurt and they started counting.
Were you drinking ranch water?
No.
Rob,
this up?
Rob, after I ask you that exact same question,
you know he's going to look it up.
That's why I'm asking for Rob, and when he's done answering, to look that up for me.
Because I don't think Andy Dalton even played 4 games right off the bat.
No. But
Danucci played.
The first 4 that he played, because he had the little break there because of the COVID.
Yeah.
He came in for like 2 games and got rocked, and he sat down.
Yeah.
And then we brought in Uncle Rico.
Oh yeah, and then Uncle Rico.
And then we.
Oh, Rob, what do you think? Too much feria?
No, so, I mean, if people say he made a mistake, there's no way. Let me tell you why. Cowboy fans, in the next 4 years, are going to go to that stadium. They're going to fill it up.
Just to watch Dak?
You can imagine the prices that those tickets are going to be? I guarantee I won't be there in the next 4 years.
Well, they were saying this morning, too, like how the market fluctuates and it's been going up. That in 2 years, this deal's going to seem like a bargain.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I heard that too, yeah.
So,
Jerry doesn't lose.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
I mean, you're gambling on yourself as a team owner, as a, you know.
I don't like.
Hire a high-priced roofer, but then 2 years from now, that price is going to be, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you did the right thing, you know.
Yeah, you did the right thing, yeah. But look what he just did with Zeke. Where was he? You had his backup running way more yards than the guy that you just freaking had to sell 2 yachts.
If you think about it, why would Zeke want to run hard this year? Why?
He neither one going anywhere.
They ain't gonna go nowhere. Yeah. What's the point of putting his body through all that?
But you're still getting paid.
And
I don't get it. Okay, in what aspect? If you just happen to give another dude, how much did they pay Zeke?
98 or 97 million or something.
Okay,
or over 4 years.
You would think it's okay for him to underperform?
It shouldn't be okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Rob,
doing a job.
Because you're a professional and they're paying you to do a job.
Yeah,
but the way their mindset is, I understand what you're saying. You know, the guy's thinking, well, I'm just gonna save I don't want to get hurt trying to bring this team up, and then we're still not gonna. We're gonna get to the first round, at the most, and be knocked out. He'd rather be healthy when Dak came back, and then they've got a shot, which is not the way that you're supposed to think about it. You're getting paid to do a job.
Yeah, but there's no loyalty anymore in sports.
Yeah, it's all
when there's so much money involved, no one's loyal to the franchise or team. It's all about what's best for you.
Yeah,
it started.
It shouldn't be like that, but that's how it is now.
You know where I think I feel that trend started with Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah,
That dude, sat out.
When he sat out, all of us here are either somewhat in small business owners or in that aspect. Raul has a whole army. He has a whole army of men there. When do you think, Raul, you think it's okay to pay your bodyguard, which is Raul, not his body, he's not your bodyguard, but your supervised angel. You think it's for him to be, you know what?
Raul's gonna pay me anyways.
Yeah, Raul's gonna pay me anyways. I'm just gonna go ahead and chill with Isabel and Valeria in the office.
Yeah.
No, but that's a thing.
Raul, you know what? Go measure roofs. Do you think that is okay?
I mean, he said, well, Raul's not, he's not doing so good this week, so I'm not gonna risk myself. I'll just wait till he's better next week.
But those guys are. I don't understand. I don't know how they work, but Zeke's under contract. Whether he shows up or not, he's getting paid. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
But you're expected to do a job.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I just don't understand. I mean, I agree with you, and I think I also agree with Rob in the sense that he might think like that.
Yeah. Because most of the players nowadays do think that way.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wouldn't put it past
because we let them
because
get.
There was also a lot of rumors going around that Zeke didn't like the way the Cowboys were treating Dak, and that he hadn't gotten signed. Mm-hmm. And then he went down, and he kind of felt like, well, there's a lot of little rumors there.
So maybe we'll see Zeke really have a good year now that Dak is coming back, and
we'll see.
We'll see.
Because he was getting outshined by his second string.
Yeah,
backup,
that was bad,
and that didn't look good for him
at all.
Hopefully he fixes everybody kept saying, "Well, Zeke doesn't have a line. Zeke doesn't have that." Pollard ran behind the same line, and he did awesome. So, what was his deal?
What was his deal? Yeah. And I think it goes with what Rob said with a couple of minutes before we start with Christian programming. Guys, really quick, what is the best place that where Raul gets a haircut? I need to go get mine probably tomorrow. Will you see these two gentlemen doing Del Rio's only razor fades? What is the place, Daniel?
204 Susie Street, Daniel's Barbershop. Come by and see us. Call us at 313-7013.
That's what I'm talking about. And the man with the basketball knowledge on top of roofing knowledge.
And that's not the roofing part. The
basketball knowledge, and the correct tequila to carbonated water ratio knowledge.
That's right, I got
mixologist. Raul, where can they give you a call at too?
I thought Rob was roofing on his part-time.
I was like, man, you better not be competing against me.
Man.
We're not going to be friends no more.
You can't get Rob a tighter shirt that'll say roofing on there. He'll do it.
No, right?
Oh, man.
Yeah, our office number is 830-734-8705. Yeah, and these guys are really good. I mean, my boys don't get their haircut any other place. My wife will wait until they're ready. And
one of your boys over there too. Saludos, and he's anxious for Little League, like all of us.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody is, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Great huddle program. Definitely missed it. Thank you, Raul, for stopping by and having you as a backup, just in case I brought you because I was going to attack Daniel.
Flip-flop.
You guys have a great one out here, Junior, along with Daniel and everybody. Daniel, Rob, and Mr. Raul Sanchez. See y'all later.
This sport talk show was presented by KWMC